to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup, as we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Tigers offense comes onto the field for the first time today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackled at the 35, good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Oh, he makes the catch! He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. This comes an offense moving quickly down the field. Trying to find room. It's Davidson. They get him to the ground, but it's first down now at the 28. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Wide open downfield. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run. The Tigers will line up here on first down and goal. Pass ball is incomplete, but there's a penalty marker, so let's check out that. That's certainly part of calling an RPO. If everyone's not on the same page, you get an eager lineman too far downfield. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 11. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. Going to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And the defense closes in quickly to stop him short of the goal line. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. To the air, it's Klubnik, bringing pressure. Oh, no, trapping back there, a 4th down stop and a sack, no less. So LSU's offense takes the field, the first chance we had to see them today. And all eyes, Kirk, in this matchup of elite wide receivers. They got great skill, they got big personalities. You know they want to outdo each other in the showdown today.
Well, it's a showcase opportunity for both of these 2 wide receivers. A lot of eyes on them, not only in college football, but I don't know the last time, Chris, we were on the field pregame and saw so many NFL personnel evaluating these 2 to see who ends up stepping up and playing better.
Takes off in a bootleg. Caught behind the line. It's Durham. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch. Gets the first down in the process.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Grab near the sticks. It's Anderson. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. Getting set. Here's second down. They'll run it to the right side. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Breaks free. Make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Handoff here from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Been a really solid drive, and now a challenge here coming up on 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Nowhere to run. A corralling for no gain. This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Durham. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. The attempt will be from 42 yards out. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. Kicker out there again to boot it away. Returner looking to make a play here. He brings it back to the 18 before stepping out. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Here comes a handoff. A quick juke. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple balls. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down. It's LSU on top as we take the break for the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. It's a quarterback keeper. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Here's the second down play. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Wow, juke the first tackler. That was enough to make the first down. And the Tigers look to keep this drive moving. And now the handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. This is the 6th play on the drive. On first down, it's play action. Snags a quick throw. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. The completion sets up a second down play. And the quarterback keeps it here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. To throw, it's Klubnik. He's running out of time here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. First down here from this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. He cannot an escape. It's a sack.
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
Looking to pass here on second down. That's caught. It's Moore. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. And the back now goes in motion. And he'll drop back here on third down. Swarmed with a pass rush. A sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. The attempt from 47 yards. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Single back, takes the handoff. Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. He's in the clear. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Receiver makes the catch. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down to the 44. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Anderson. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Oh, he can't connect with the wideout that time. Incomplete. So second down after the incompletion. Makes the grab. It's Brown.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Hunt over the middle. It's Durham. Timeout called by the defense. They go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. So on 4th down, the decision is to try out the field goal team. He made good on his first try. This one is from 36 yards away. He got it. The field goal's good. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Bringing it out, it's Williams. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. On the run, it's Randall. Offense getting set. Second down play here. It's Moore. Timeout is called to touch strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. First down and 10 now. To throw, it's Klubnik. but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Second down play coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaking free at midfield. Now here he goes. Breaks into the clear. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Try to add to the lead now at the PAT. Extra point makes the lead 4. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. There's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Now it's second down here. Quick throw caught on the left side. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? To the air. It's Nussmeier. And the pass is incomplete. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Let's it fly to the wideout. Drop over the middle. It's Anderson. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
Time running down. Just 1 play left here in the half. On first and 10, looking to throw. A deep shot to the right. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock. Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Takes a hit just as he lets it fly. And it's incomplete. A last gasp pass as time expires in the first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
The Tigers will kick it off to begin the second half. Fields it just outside the goal line. Coverage team brings down the returner. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the handoff. He breaks free. So back-to-back plays, nowhere to run. This defense all over their running back so far. So 2 runs produce nothing, and now it's 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down. Punting ready to boot it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. And there's the handoff. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. It's a short completion to the tight end. They stop him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43. 1st and 10 now for the offense. And the quarterback dropping back. Quick throw over the middle. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9.
This is what's so dangerous about this offense, Chris. They have the ability to put the ball in the air downfield and really stretch those safeties back. This time they hit it for a big gain.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a 1st and goal just inside the 10. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Slides down to avoid the tackle. So getting nothing on 1st down makes it 2nd and goal from the 8. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's got it right near the end zone. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in. He's good as he throws it. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Clemson.
The offense comes up with a touchdown here, but that defense had the pressure. I thought they were going to get to him, but give him credit. He got rid of the ball just before contact.
Now they'll set up for the point after. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Here's a throw underneath to the back.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. He's in the clear. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Quick completion to the tight end. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And the pass is in. intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time.
They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a two ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
And to begin the drive here, set up at the 30. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. That's caught. It's Williams. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. A deep shot to the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. And the Tigers bring their punt team onto the field. Son to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. He bring him down, but he makes the 3-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
A solid run, good for 1st down yardage. Looks right for a quick completion. Gets out of bounds after a solid gain. The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Well, the defense has him behind the line. A tackle for loss, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. Sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Scanning the field. It's Nussmeier. That's reeled in. It's Brown. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark. Inches away. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. He made it. 3 points on the board. But hold on. There is a flag down. They could accept it and keep the drive going.
That's the last thing you want to do as a defense, trying to hold the lead late in the game. Undisciplined penalty.
Grab down the middle. It's Sharp. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. LSU is now operating in the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Knocks that one right down the middle. There's a flag down. If it's on the defense, wouldn't be enough for 1st down yardage. You figure they'll take the 3 points.
Oh, what a mistake. A 15-yard gift to the offense when you're trying to protect the lead here late in the game. Caught in the backfield. It's Anderson.
Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long.
Makes the grab, a chance to score. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's Durham. Touchdown, LSU. That's how you finish a play. So here we go, fourth quarter. They've cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. It's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
Coach deciding to go for two, trying to cut this lead to a field goal late in the game. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Not able to connect. Incomplete. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side.
But when you sit back and play zone defense like this, what you allow is your defense to have eyes on the football. Here, they give up the catch, but you can see how they rally to the football. There's just nowhere to go.
Now here he goes. Breaks into the clear. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. QB decides to keep it here. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I love to watch the execution of this option play. Right now, the defense has no idea if this quarterback's going to pull it or if he's going to give it. Here he pulls it himself, finds yards, and comes up with a touchdown.
And they'll set up with a PAT. Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the fourth quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. Nice grab. It's Brown. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Second down after that previous play.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
He's got a receiver wide open here. He's in the clear. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Well, a big play here by the quarterback and the receiver. By having an opportunity to make that big play, now they have a chance to put the ball in the end zone.
So one enormous play has this offense inside the 30. Let's see if they can cash in this scoring opportunity. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed by the receiver. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Looking for a receiver. With the catch, it's Durham. And the defense smothers him for no gain. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Looking to throw it again. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
What a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves a little bit of time, and now you're thinking onside kick if they can recover it. You never know.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. On the hands team, all over that to make the recovery. And the powerful Crimson offense is back out there. Can they play key boy here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Grinding away on the ground. Jukes to get free. Picks up the burst, looking for more. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. A quick throw out left, complete. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss on the play. And a timeout is called to talk some strategy in this very important drive. They'll hand it off. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He was successful last time out. This attempt is from 42 yards away. And that one's straight down the middle. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Dropping back. It's Nussmeier. Nice throw. Caught for a completion. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Misses the receiver, incomplete. So here we go, down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw for the first down. Looking deep for late-game heroics. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee.